obvious to you why we teach this as forgiveness real quickly, you psychologists. The idea that you would hold a separate thought form out from you and deny that you have created it in your own mind is what conflict is. Come on, everybody want to look at this? Who really wants to hear this? It would be obviously necessary for you then to change your mind about the form that you've put out there. The way you do that is by including it in with your own mind. Okay, this is a course in inclusion, not subtraction. It appears to be a course in meditation, okay, or quieting your mind in order to still it down in its concepts. But remember that mind is active all the time. Okay, this is a caprice creating going on in here. Okay, by stilling the sequencing of the time, the mind expands automatically. This is what we want you to do. The idea of practicing forgiveness will become real strange to you finally, because you'll see immediately that you've constructed sin out there, and you will immediately forgive it and bring it into wholeness. And this is part of the teaching. This is what we want you to do with your mind. But the idea that you're going to practice that really doesn't make any sense. Why would it make sense? Okay, it'll change if you love it. Okay, the real problem that you have is that possession of thought form is what holds you in existence. And the idea that you must give in order to have is very difficult for you. Okay, all you really are is an expression of your conglomerate associations, your genetic memories, okay? If you hold yourself in a distance between your thoughts, you will be possessed by the thoughts and will only squeeze out of your perceptions that associations within your own mind, okay? The notation of giving then becomes imperative, so that you can come to see that having and being are the same thing. They're not separate. You don't really have thoughts, you are the thoughts. And this is what happens when whole mind comes whole. Okay? It begins to extend from itself its expanded identity. And finally, it simply becomes a single whole identity in the transformation of the mind. Okay? Nothing can be solved by conflict, obviously. Your idea is that conflict can be solved by balance, or taking your previous forms in a time framework. All you do is extend longevity. Eternity is not a long time, and you've done this for a very long time. The result of balance must be death, because it's the idea of duality, or that there really are separate thoughts. You listen to me, okay? Number one, an idea never leaves its source. So every thought that you ever had as a source of it is contained within you. Number two, there are no such thing as separate thoughts. The only thoughts there could ever be are the thoughts that are emanating from your mind. Okay? We'll give a little more talk on this later on, but take a hold of that so you don't look out and pretend you don't know something. You don't give construct to something and then deny that you know it and let it instruct you from its own limitation. This is what a relationship on earth is. Neither one of us know what we are. I'll deny you, you deny me, and we'll base our reality in time for just a moment on nothing and then die and mourn the fact that we don't have a solution to this. How absurd. Okay. Well, it's very hard to teach that not knowing is a denial. Okay? Yeah. It's a decision. You literally make a decision not to know. Who are you kidding? I know you better than that. I know you all perfectly. How would I not? Like, if you want to fit us somewhere in time, we have to fit somewhere in time because you're a combination of light refractions or rays harmonizing in the sense of creating limitedly in a particular sequencing framework of time. We then come together, but we are only thought forms. I must know you completely. Am I meeting you in different phases of the fabric of time? Jesus says it's impossible to meet a stranger. Not only that, but if you meet him, you must have met him in an earlier and a later framework. You like that. That's reincarnation. I'm telling you, you're carnated all the time. You never re-it. You only change it each moment. You like that? Jesus, somebody asked Jesus in the teacher's manual, is reincarnation valuable? Anything that would let you to know that the time, that life is continuous, is valuable, and the scribes immediately take a hold of it and practice their own death ritual in order to say, and then proclaim that the master says reincarnation is okay. That's nonsense. I tell you everything is okay until you change your mind about it. Dreamer of the dream. This reality is only your dream. It is not more than that, and you can step out of here at this moment by changing your thought form associations. Okay, moving mountains, like Master Jesus says, the least you can do. Why would you bother to do that? You're just reconfiguring the illusion within the limited framework. Can you do that? Oh, wow. You're doing it every moment. I'm teaching you to die now to live. Huh? Let go to live. Change the sequence and shorten the time. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Huh? Let those that can hear. Do you hear this? That's why we keep saying that. Is that opening up in your mind now? Huh? Are you bringing together that perceptual disassociations of that distance in your own body brain? Are you undergoing a change to open up the Holy Spirit? We'll be back.